welcome back to my lectures of class 11 physics. We are studying our chapter motion in a plane. Okay, here in the previous video we have seen the triangle law of vector addition, or how we can perform the geometrical addition of the two vectors when they are inclined at some angle. Okay, और वहां पर क्या था कि जो दो वेक्टर्स थे they were forming the sides of the triangle, इसलिए हमने उसको क्या नाम दे दिया, triangle law of vector addition. Now we have another law, that is the parallelogram law of vector addition. Now the name suggests here, हमारे पास दो जो वेक्टर्स हैं वो क्या है, that will be the two sides of the parallelogram, इसलिए हमने यहाँ पर क्या नाम दे दिया इसको, parallelogram law of vector addition. And one more important thing here, that in this case the two vectors will be co-initial, means they are starting from the same point. Okay, so now look at the statement of the parallelogram law of vector addition. So it states that if two vectors acting on a particle at the same time are represented in magnitude and direction by the two adjacent sides of the parallelogram. यहाँ पर क्या है, the two vectors are the two adjacent sides of the parallelogram drawn from a point, from a single point. मतलब अगर हमारे पास ये एक वेक्टर है, this is vector A and I have another vector B. Now you can see these both are co-initial. लेकिन in case of triangle law क्या था कि जहां पर हमारे पास पहला वेक्टर एंड हो रहा है वहीं से हमारे पास दूसरा वेक्टर स्टार्ट हो रहा था. Okay, so we can see in this case the two vectors are co-initial and these are inclined at some angle theta. Okay, then their resultant vector is represented in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point. Okay, तो रिजल्टेंट क्या होगा, the resultant will be the diagonal of this parallelogram. लेकिन अभी तक ये यहाँ पर parallelogram बना नहीं है. So what we will do, we have this vector A. तो हम क्या करेंगे, इस vector A को यहाँ पर एक और vector with the same direction and the magnitude we will draw. So this will be also the vector A. Now similarly we will draw the vector B from the end of vector A, which is inclined at the same angle theta. तो हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ से भी एक दूसरा वेक्टर बना लेंगे and here this vector is same as the vector B. This both B are parallel and this both A are parallel, having the same magnitude and inclined at the same angle. Now you can say this is the parallelogram. So here in this case the resultant will be the diagonal which is from the same point जहाँ से हमारे पास दोनों वेक्टर्स हैं, या फिर जिस पॉइंट से दोनों वेक्टर को इनिशियल है वहीं से हमें क्या करना है, we have to draw a resultant one. So we can say that this is the resultant vector R. Okay, and this resultant vector R that is making an angle of alpha with the vector A. Okay, now in this case we have to find the magnitude and the direction of this resultant vector R. Okay, now here what we will do, first of all let us give the names to each and every point. So I will give this point as small a, this point as B, this point as C. Now what we will do, I will extend this line AB and from point C I will draw a perpendicular line. Okay, and I will give this name as D. Okay, now you can see that we have triangle ACD. It is a right angle triangle. Okay, angle ACD. Now in this triangle, if I want to find the value of resultant R, then I can use simple Pythagoras theorem. So using PGT, I can write this AC square is equals to AD square plus CD square. This AC square is equals to AD square plus this CD square. Now this AC, I can write it simply as the R. This represents the magnitude. Okay, here this AD, I can write this AD as AB plus BD whole square plus CD as it is. Okay, now here we have this ABA but we don't have BD. Similarly we don't have CD. So we'll first find the value of BD and CD. Okay, so in triangle CBD, this CBD, that's a right angle triangle. Okay, so in this triangle what we will do, we will use the trigonometric identities. We will use the trigonometric identities. अब यहाँ पर क्या है, this hypotenuse is given and we have to find BD, this base, and CD, that is perpendicular. So first of all we will find this base BD, and we have a relation between the base and the hypotenuse, that is the cos theta. So I can write here this angle is also theta because this B and this B, they are inclined at the same angle theta. Okay, so here I can write this cos theta is equals to base BD upon hypotenuse BC BC. So I can write this BD is equals to BC cos theta. So I can write this BD is equals to BC. BC, that is the vector B and its magnitude cos theta. Okay, this we have find BD. Now similarly, we will find the value of sin theta. This sin theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. This perpendicular, that is equals to CD. Hypotenuse, that is BC. So I can write here this CD is equals to BC sin theta, and this value of BC, that is equals to vector B sin theta. Okay, now here I will give this equation as equation number 1, this as equation number 2, and this as equation number 3. So we will use this equation 2 and 3 in equation number 1. So I can write using equation 1, I can write this vector R is equals to AB plus BD. This AB, that is equals to vector A plus this BD. This BD we have find here, that is B cos theta plus B cos theta whole square plus we have CD square. This CD equals to B sin theta. So I can write B sin theta whole square. Okay, now I will open this bracket, that is A plus B whole square. So I can write here R is equals to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta plus B square sin square theta. Okay, now here you can see if I take common B square from these two, I will get sin square theta plus cos square theta, and we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So I can write here this vector R is equals to here A square plus here I have taken B square common, so it was B square and cos square theta plus sin square theta, that was equals to 1 plus 2AB cos theta. So here we can write the resultant one, vector R is equals to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. And you can see that the formula which we were getting in the case of triangle law of vector addition, it is also the same. So whether you apply a parallelogram law or the triangle law, in both the cases you will get the same expression for the resultant vector. Or you can see here, अगर मैं इस vector को A मानता हूँ और ये vector B, you can say these two are forming the two sides of the triangle, and this is the third side which is taken in the opposite order. तो क्या है यहाँ पर भी, it is the same thing. But the thing is, we are considering the parallelogram, that's why it is called as the parallelogram law of vector addition. So now after finding the resultant magnitude, we have to find the direction. So for direction, I have assumed that this resultant R is making an angle of alpha with the vector A. So here, in order to find direction, I can simply use tan alpha. This tan alpha is equals to perpendicular upon base. So this perpendicular here I have CD and this base is AD. Okay, now this tan alpha here CD, this CD we have already found here, CD, that is equals to B sin theta. So I can write here B sin theta upon AD. Now this AD is equals to AB plus BD. So I can write it as AB plus BD. So I can write this tan alpha is equals to B sin theta upon this AB, that is same as the vector A. So I can write its magnitude plus BD. We have already found this BD, that is equals to B cos theta. So I can write it as B cos theta. So in this way we can find the value of tan alpha, or simply we can write alpha is equals to tan inverse B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta. So this is how we can find the magnitude of the resultant vector and the direction in case of a parallelogram law of vector addition. We have seen the parallelogram law of vector addition, in which we have calculated the magnitude and the direction of the resultant vector. Okay, so here we got the resultant magnitude formula and the formula for the angle, and you can see these two formulas are even same which we have obtained in the case of triangle law of vector addition. So now here we will see the special cases for this triangle or the parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay, so the first case is that the two vectors are acting along same direction. So if I have two vectors, that is vector A and vector B, they both are acting along the same direction. Even in that case, the angle theta between them will be equals to 0 degree. Now I can use this formula for resultant one. So I can write this resultant one R is equals to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 0 degree. So at the place of theta I have used 0 degree. Why? Because both are acting along the same direction. Now what is the value of cos 0 degree? The value of cos 0 is equals to 1. So I can write this vector R is equals to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB. Okay, or here you can see that it is forming a formula of A plus B whole square, because A square plus B square plus 2AB, that is the formula for A plus B whole square. So I can write here as root of A plus B whole square. Now it is in the root, so I can write here this R is equals to A plus B. This is how we can find the magnitude of the resultant vector. This is same as the first case when we have seen that when the two vectors are acting along the same direction, then we have to simply add their magnitude in order to find the resultant one. So here we have proved it by using the formula of resultant vector, that this is what the resultant we can find. Now how we can find the direction of the resultant one? Here by using the angle theta is equals to 0 degree. So I can write here this tan alpha is equals to B sine 0 upon A plus B cos 0. Now here what is the value of sine 0? That is equals to 0. So I can write B into 0 by vector A plus vector B. Value of cos 0 is equals to 1. But here in the numerator we have 0 degree. So here I can write this tan alpha is equals to 0, because in the numerator we have 0, or I can write this alpha is equals to 0 degree. इसका मतलब क्या है कि जो रिजल्टेंट एंगल क्या रहेगा? द रिजल्टेंट एंगल विल बी ऑल्सो 0 डिग्री. मतलब अगर हमारे पास दो वेक्टर है, वेक्टर ए एंड वेक्टर बी, दे बोथ आर एक्टिंग along the same direction, then the resultant will be the sum. And what about the resultant direction? The resultant direction will be along the 0 degree angle, that is along the same direction. So this will be the resultant vector R. So this is the case when the two vectors are acting along the same direction. Now here we will see the second case when the two vectors are acting along the opposite direction. तो उसको समझने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं? I will edit the first case. Okay, so here it will be the second case when the two vectors are acting along the opposite direction. In this way you will understand it very easily that what is the relation between the two different cases. Now here this is vector A acting along the one direction, and this vector B that will act in the exactly opposite direction. So if the direction of both the vectors are exactly opposite, then I can write the angle between them is 180 degree. This is the case. Okay, so if the angle is 180 degree, then both the vectors are acting along opposite direction. अब यहाँ पर formula क्या अपने पास same है, but here this angle will be equals to 180 degree. And what is the value of cos 180? The value of cos 180 is equals to -1. तो यहाँ जब -1 आएगा तो ये भी कितना हो जाएगा? माइनस. Okay, now here you can see it is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, so this is the formula of a minus b whole square. जब ये ब्रैकेट से बाहर कितना आ जाएगा? a minus b. So this is what we have seen, that if we have two vectors which are acting in the opposite direction, in that case we can simply subtract them in order to find the resultant magnitude. Okay, now what about the angle? How we can find the angle? Resultant angle tan alpha is equals to b. At the place of sine 0, here it is angle theta, I can write 180 degree. Here I can also write cos 180 degree. Now value of sine 180, that is equals to 0 degree, and value of cos 180, that will be equals to -1. But here in the numerator we have 0 degree. So here I can write this tan alpha is equals to 0. Why? Because in the numerator we have 0. Okay, now here the value of alpha, that is equals to 0 degree or 180 degree. Now why we have written 0 or 180 degree? Because we have seen that the resultant of the two vectors, when they are acting in the opposite direction, the resultant will be along the direction of the vector which is bigger in magnitude. तो जो बड़ा वेक्टर है उसका डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट भी हो सकता है. So when the direction is opposite, in that case the theta will be equals to 180 degree. So here this angle is 0 degree or 180 degree with respect to the vector A, because when we are finding this वैल्यू ऑफ tan अल्फा, इन दैट केस हमारे पास जो दो वेक्टर्स होते थे, यहां पर ये जो अल्फा एंगल बनता था, इट वाज विथ वेक्टर a. So here this angle alpha is with vector a and it can be equals to 0 degree or 180 degree. या तो ये इसी डायरेक्शन में रिजल्टेंट r हो सकता है या फिर इसके एग्जैक्टली ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में भी r हो सकता है. Okay, so here whatever we have obtained in the case when we have studied in the previous video, that the vector r is equals to a minus b and the angle is 0 degree or 180 degree. So in terms of vector, I can write I have vector a and I have vector b which is acting in the exactly opposite direction. The resultant vector r will be along the direction in which we have the bigger vector. So this is how we can find the resultant vector when the two vectors are acting in the opposite direction. So after looking at the two different special cases, let us see the third case where the angle between the two vectors is 90 degree. हमारे पास ये दो vectors हैं, this is vector A and this is vector B. We can assume them to be co-initial and this will be the resultant vector R. So we are considering it from the parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay, now here in this case, how we can find the resultant one? We can find the resultant one by using the formula R is equals to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Now here at the place of theta, I am writing 90 degree because both the vectors are inclined at an angle of 90 degree. So here I can find the resultant one R is equals to root of A square plus B square plus value of cos 90. Cos 90 is equals to 0. Okay, so here I will write the resultant one as 0 here. So I can write this resultant one R is equals to root of A square plus B square. This is how we can find the resultant one. Or you can see here if I have vector A and if I make here this vector B as it is, then this R will be the resultant one. So we have A, B, they both are perpendicular to each other and we can say that this third one is the side hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. And how we can find the hypotenuse? By using Pythagoras theorem. So the same formula we are getting here also. Now what about the resultant angle? So if I consider this angle to be alpha, then I can write this tan alpha from this formula. I can write B sin theta. I can write sin 90 divided by A plus B. This is cos theta. I can write cos 90. So I can write this tan alpha is equals to sin 90, that is equals to 1. So I can write vector B upon vector A and cos 90, that is equals to 0 degree. So simply alpha is equals to tan inverse vector B by vector A. So this is how we can find the resultant angle, because here whatever the magnitude of B and magnitude of A is, on that the value of alpha depends. Okay, so this is the third case where the two vectors are inclined at an angle of 90 degree. So this is all about the parallelogram law of vector addition and the special cases when the two vectors are acting along the same direction, when the two vectors are acting along the exactly opposite direction, and the two vectors are acting at an angle of 90 degree.